to everyone, yeah. So that's all I was saying. It's hot, and yeah, give me a second. Yeah, right. Yeah, just sorted it out now. It should be live now. Right. Yeah, like I say, I've got a lad there went around to cool myself down and stuff. That was secret fault on the phone, just telling me I had no sound. Nothing new there though, is it? Like, we've got Liam in as well, Chris. Yeah, it just jumped then. Yeah, okay, now he is. Messages. Everyone saying no sound mute. Yeah, thank you. I must be really far behind in these comments. Just go through Elizabeth. Exploding with Gav. Yeah, I'm just trying to get everyone who's left comment basically. What's going on now? Hello? Right, try that now. I've just moved my mic a bit closer to me voice box. Yeah, cheers, Matt. Yeah, sorry about that. It's all live streams and stuff like that. Yeah, you know how it is. So pretty cool. Everyone, thank you. Yeah, I'll put it down to the hot weather. All hot and flustered. That's what it is. Yeah. That's a lot better. I know. I'm so sorry. Just one of them things. Yeah, I'm not too bad. I'm just a bit hot. Just got this out of the fridge. I should say freezer. Don't know if you can see it. It's getting a bit condensation on it. So hopefully that'll help me cool off. I've got this picture in the background anyway, because that's one place I wouldn't mind being at the moment, underground, and it'll be definitely be cooler in it's above ground. So weekend I might be going underground. So yeah, just to get out of the hot weather, basically. Yeah, how's everyone doing anyway? It's been really hot. There's been I don't know whether everyone's seen it or not, but there's been quite a big fire down near London somewhere. I sent a couple of people pictures and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty mad. And I was just about to introduce our next guest, or our first guest in, but they've disappeared. We've got Shazzy Explorers in it as well. Cool. Oh, looks like they're back. So,
hey. Yeah, sorry for having to ring you, but I don't know. We had it up there. It's like you could hardly hear you. You seriously, it wasn't like nothing. Then you put it down there, and suddenly, does that turn it off when you have it up there? Does it actually like act like a switch?
I don't think so. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, hello? Yeah. When you point it at you, you can hear you. Yeah. When you point it at you, can hear you. But when it's up there like that, I swear to you, mate, you cannot hear you.
It has got that noise cancellation in as well.
That's probably what it is. Because it was also it was also like that. It's got noise cancelling. Yeah, it was cancelling you out completely. But yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But it was like, yeah, you've got to have it. You've got to have it somewhere near your mouth. No two ways about it.
Basically, it thought I was background noise and it's tried to cut me out while I was talking.
That's what it must have been. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice everyone to jump in on the channel and everyone. Obviously, they're trying to stay out of the heat. Know what I mean? Don't blame them.
I don't have this problem, mate, because I'm a dirty cow. That look, I got. I'll show you now. I'll turn my thing off.
I know you go show us all your aircon and get us all jealous now, aren't you?
I've got. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Aircon. There it is. Aircon. Yeah, there it is.
And how much is a unit like that, Matt?
Well, as I'm not a spokesman or anything for the company, but actually they were 700 quid. That's what I paid for one, and now they're down to 550 quid, something like that. So it's at the moment there's a place called Aircon Direct, and you can get them at that price. However, just because you can get them at that price does not mean that you can actually fit them yourself. You're meant to have an engineer to fit them, and apparently that can cost anywhere between. Oh, I got a zip in my leg. I thought it was like something weird, like an animal bite, but it's now come to like a head or something. Ooh, that's weird. Ow! Oh, I just popped it. Something's coming out. It's on the back of my leg. Sorry, folks. Ow!
No, it's all right.
Right, sorry about that. Eyes watering.
Got a message there on Dave P. He said he was tempted to sleep in the garden last night.
Oh, right.
I don't blame him with the weather. Exploration, yeah. Fires. I was talking about the fires. Do you see the one I sent you, Matt?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I couldn't get over that. I honestly thought it looked like an aircraft had crashed because it was going like fire in London, fire, and it showed all this like huge area. I was like, shit, that's the planes come down. That's the planes come down. It was just going on. Oh, it's just fires. It's like, what?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
set loads of cars on fire, and the houses on fire and stuff like that.
That's bizarre. But yeah, what was I going to say? This stuff with the air conditioning, right? I did it myself. You're not actually meant to do it by law, right? You're not allowed to be able to buy an air conditioner unless you've already booked the appointment with an engineer to come and do it. However, I read up on it. I bought all the tools, which were actually cheaper than getting an engineer. So you've got to have a vacuum pump, and you've got to have special pipes and special things you can insert things in without losing the vacuum. It's all very technical. You got to have meters to do it. And I did it myself. So you could fit one of these if you wanted for about 540 quid if you know what you're doing, but you have to be, savvy. The other way to do it is, I hope she doesn't mind me saying, but Tracy Jackson I was chatting to her about it. She was going, "Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad." I said, "Go get yourself a portable one." And I showed her a few.
There. She said, "There it is."
Yeah,
the comment.
Yeah. She's gone and got one, and she said it's the best thing she's purchased in a long time. Like it's it's like one of her best ever purchases, because you can just, without having to modify anything in your house or having to be an engineer and have a license to do it and all that crap, you just wheel one of these things in, pop a pipe out your window, put blankets and things to sort of like, so the air doesn't keep coming in and out of the window, sort of like just pop this little tube out your window, switch it on, and woomph, cold air. Yep. So, but they're noisy. That's the only trouble with indoor ones like that. They're noisy. The one I've got is really, really quiet. You can hardly hear it.
So you're like the professional office type sort of thing.
Yeah, you've got to have an outdoor unit which does all the work and pushes the heat away, and the indoor bit that just sends the refrigerated cool air down into the room. And to be honest, it's as quiet as having a PC on. Like most PCs, they're sort of like a little bit of a little bit of noise. It's like that. It's really quiet.
Yeah.
I mean, if I turn off my noise cancellation, you'll be able to hear it. Hang on. So if I turn off my noise removal, now you should be able to hear. It's very quiet, but so some of you might be able to hear that. Turn the noise cancelling back on then.
I couldn't hear nothing, tell you the truth.
Very quiet. You can see compared to my voice, it's nothing. Yeah. So anyway, if people are suffering, it's worth thinking about. Was it expensive? Mike saying, yeah, 549 quid. No, I paid 700. They're 549 quid at the moment in Aircon Direct, and I'll put the link in for people if they want. Hang on, let me just put the link in for them.
Yeah, that
We can have a
one
look.
you're talking about needs to be fitted by an engineer because it's the compressed gas and stuff. They need it to be make sure it's not leaking. Basically,
It's mostly to do with, you know, the laws on refrigerants. They don't want that leaking out into
yeah,
the atmosphere. You know, it's all to do with that. They just don't want this gas leaking out. If you know what you're doing and you've got the right equipment, you could do it yourself. But I would say 99% of people would not have a clue how to do this. So don't try it. Okay, you know, you'd have to be technically minded, you know, into plumbing and, you know, DIY drilling holes in walls, you know, and stuff like that. It's, yeah, you're better off getting a proper person to do it. Unless if you want to buy one of these freestanding ones, then you can be a complete, you know, numpty, and you just put it in your room, put the pipe out of the window. It's just like, you know, like a tumble dryer pipe, one of those big plastic white pipes. You just chuck that out of your window, and then just, you know, put some tape on the window or something, or put a load of blankets on the window and a bit of tape on it so that the air doesn't keep coming in and coming out, and just plug it in and turn it on. It's that
yeah.
simple, you know. But they
Uh,
are loud. They're loud, those ones. That's the only trouble.
yeah.
But still,
Can I just say someone's left a message there, powwow, asking whether they need something videos about. Well, this isn't the channel for that. This channel is just a neutral channel, and yeah, we don't get into stuff like that on this channel. So
what
yeah,
they
keep them.
asking for? Porno?
No, no, they're just asking whether there are any more videos you got to do with a certain person. That's all.
Oh, really? Who's that then? I don't know who they're talking about. I mean, I probably could guess, but no, I
Yeah,
don't. Yeah.
but
Is
obviously,
that?
yeah, like I say, it's a neutral channel. This, and if you
Yeah.
want stuff like that, you better go to Matt's channel or someone else's channel for stuff like that. Yeah, the fire, the thing we were talking about in London. I've actually got a clip of it here that I've sent you the uh, link to. So just let me get ready to share my screen.
Liz Kozawiniskwa, Kozeniska, or whatever, says it's raining in London now. It rained here earlier on, and I know it's moving towards London, so hopefully that'll help put out some of these fires.
Yeah, I believe what you call it. There's got to be rainstorms in Manchester as well. That's what I heard.
Let me have a look at what the weather's doing at the moment. But yeah, thankfully that will sort some of that out. So Tuesday, tomorrow morning, rain down in Penzance, possible a bit of rain over mid Wales. Thunderstorms in the afternoon tomorrow afternoon over London and the south. So yeah, they'll have thunderstorms. So yeah,
Yeah.
it'll probably kill off some of it.
I'm just going to show that clip now.
Wennington in Greater London residential area ablaze there. London Fire Brigade say they have 15 engines and 100 firefighters tackling this blaze, which is on the Green in Wennington, Greater London. The Mayor
I
of
couldn't
London,
believe it
Sadiq
when I
Khan,
first
says
seen this.
the London Fire Brigade has just declared a major incident in response to a huge surge in fires across the capital today. This is
See all the cars and
critical.
stuff up here.
The London Fire
All
Brigade
burnt
is
out
under
and
immense pressure.
crazy, isn't it?
Please be safe. I'm
Yeah.
in touch with the Commissioner and we'll share
Is that a fire
updates
station by
when
looks of it?
I
Yeah,
have
right
them.
up next to the fire
London Fire
station.
Brigade simultaneously fighting this
Well,
fire
of course they couldn't take care of it if it was right next to the fire station, could they? I mean, that would
in
be
Croydon today. There are around
impossible.
200 fires up and down the UK yesterday.
I was
There's
wondering
also
how
been
it
another fire
set
in
fire,
Upminster
how it
in
all caught the
Essex
houses on
today
fire and
as
all the
well.
cars.
Tinderbox conditions
Apparently, I
caused by
watched
temperatures
the Sky
exceeding
News
40 degrees Celsius. That
after
unwanted record, UK record.
after this. There, you can see it now. And the field caught on fire, and it spread across to the little village where they are, basically.
Yeah.
When I first seen the beginning of it, I thought it was a major town that was on fire, but obviously it's just like a little village. But that's
God.
pretty crazy what's going on there.
I mean, the only thing that people could have done at that, you know, like if you're seeing a fire coming across a field at you, and you're not going to suffer from smoke inhalation, is get everyone to get their garden hoses out and just try and like wet the field down before it gets to you, because if it gets as far as your houses, you probably had it.
Yeah, your wooden fences and stuff like that. Know what I mean? Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, I mean we used to have it, because the valleys where I lived in South Wales were like that. They're really steep, and naughty people. I mean, I kind of did it when I was a youngster. We'd set a bit of it on fire, and it would go up the mountain. And I think everybody used to do it at some point, but it was a bit naughty. But of course, it just went up the sides of the hills, so only bushes and possibly some small rodents were affected by that. But when it happens on the flat, it can be quite serious.
Boris Johnson better watch out with his hair.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But yeah, they probably a bit stretched today then, the old fire brigade.
I believe that weren't the only fire down there either in London. There's been quite a few spread about.
All right, Urbexy. I want to go and I tell you what, I'm going to go and get a beer. Why not?
Why not? I'm enjoying my chilled one that's been in the freezer.
Yep, I'll be back in a sec.
Yeah, so when I seen that, I was like gobsmacked. Like I say, I thought it was like the main town of London. Because like you see in the clip, it said at London, big fire in London and stuff. It's on the outskirts of London, but still, it's very serious. I was just watching the news at brew time, dinner time, and it was showing like fires in Spain and France and everything kicking off over there. And I thought the next thing it's got to be over here. And when I got back home from work, seeing that, and I thought, it's already happened now. The best, some of the gardens.
The dog's been enjoying the air conditioning. The dog's really been enjoying it because the cold air goes down the stairs and ends up in the kitchen, so that's quite good. But it's even cooler, so the dog's coming up here now. This is the thing. See, the dog. I always said this. The dog's quite independent, but it's a lot to do with the heat because it's hot up here. The dog would go downstairs. Now when it's cold up here, where do you think the dog is? Up here now. The dog's sleeping up here, hanging around, sleeping right behind me, sort of like hanging out a lot more. So me thinking the dog was all independent, it's not to do with, it's not so much independence, it's the dog is like, oh, it's bloody heat, I don't like it. So and a funny thing happened because I being nice, like I go out, leave the air conditioning on, but I know the dog comes in the room and tries to ransack around the room, like sniffing stuff out. So what I thought I'd do is, because I haven't got a child gate in for this room yet, I'm going to get one. I've got one downstairs. I'm going to bring it up here. I was leaving a gap in the door, and then I tied the door handle off to another door handle with bungee cord, so the dog couldn't get in. And I thought, well, there's a gap in the door now, so the air will come out. It'll be nice and cold. The dog will still have the benefit of the air conditioning, even when I'm not there. See, right? And I came home and I was like, where's the dog? And I went, oi, like that. I heard the dog jump down off my bed. I was like, bloody hell, I was a dog in the bedroom. So I went upstairs and the dog was like trying really hard to get out, but couldn't get out. So the dog had pushed the bungee cord and squeezed, get me in that room. Pushed herself into the room, and the door had gone chunk back closed, and then she was trapped in the room. So, but yeah, so I was like, I know what you've been up to, so I'm going to have to get a child gate really up here.
Bucharest guided tours is in. Yeah, I just have to get his name right, didn't I?
Haunted Coachman. Actually, Angel's feet never leave the ground. She's never jumped in her life. Even if I hold a treat up here, she won't. She'll climb up you like that, but she will not jump. She will not jump. Her feet will never leave the floor. So I don't think she'll jump the gate. She's got a thing about not jumping.
No, don't jump up. Mine jumps up all the time.
Yeah,
especially when he sees the kids jumps up on them, and they virtually fall over.
Oh, she'll put her paws up on you, and she'll go vertical, but she won't jump. She won't use her back legs and jump to get extra height. She won't leave the ground.
No, mine's done it, but obviously he's not a great jumper. But I've seen him jump up curbs and stuff like that, or bits of wall and whatever he does. You know what I mean?
Small,
like dogs do. Yeah.
Yeah, small stuff. Yeah.
Tell you what, it's very hard to keep up with the chat because it jumps like mad.
Quite
a lot of people in tonight, so appreciate everyone joining in.
It's a good point you're making about don't take the dogs out, it burns their paws. But it doesn't if you take them on grass and places like that. It's not too bad. But I think we got Exploring Within in we as well. Bloody hell. Hello.
Yeah, he's in there somewhere. I've seen him show his face, showing a comment.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Barry Little as well. He's in.
Yeah.
David Drone Adventures. Cool.
Yeah. What was I going to say about dog's paws? Well, the funny thing is that my dog has got like a large sprout of hair growing out of the paws, and they've got webbed feet as well because they're unusual dogs like that. They've got webbed feet. So it's for like pushing down on the snow. But because they've got such a large amount of like fluff, it's almost, it's huge. I think when she pushes down, she's walking on that fur. She's walking on the fur of her feet.
Yeah, that's it with the older dogs. They do get like a fur coming out of the bottom of the pads, like you say, between the pads. Yeah. You like Darren?
Yeah.
Excellent.
So what's news then? What interesting stuff have you been up to and done?
Well, I've been doing a couple of videos I've been throwing out recently.
Mm-hmm.
To editing, and the last week or two I've not been out. I've got another video coming out next week. I'm just working on that one at the moment. And it was a bit of a weird one. I've went there once before with Exploring with Mike, Abandoned Exploring with Mike, Matty and Richie Wellock. And when we went there was cameras with these like sensors are pointing out all over this place and stuff like that. Oh, here he is. Yeah.
We got somebody
else. We're talking about this thing here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got there just before him, and I went in filming. Then I got a phone call. Basically, I had to leave the place and do some stuff with my family. So I had to leave the Explore. This is the first time I went there, and apparently they got caught by the security. Yeah, and last time I went there with Exploring Asian. There he is in the chat. T4 Twitter Tom, Exploring with Carl, and a few other people. Just give me a second, please. Yeah, went there, and basically we was walking around. There's loads of kids outside. Went, oh, you're doing paranormal. You're doing a paranormal in there, and went, oh, this is the way in, and showing us the way in to get into the property or into the premises, and the doors were open and all that. And so I said, where's the cameras? So they're still up. They went, yeah, they're down there, around here. So the kids were making loads of noise, and it's like, yeah, I'm not going to start recording. Right, give me a second, please.
Oh, he's off doing something. Oh.
So I wasn't going to start recording, and I was going to come back at another date because obviously it was open so well. You know what I mean?
We'll just have to guess what that was you just did then.
Let the dog out, basically.
Oh, right.
Told him to bug off. Yeah, got Mr. John in.
Hey, John.
yeah, so yeah, went back, like I say, second time, full of kids and all that. I weren't going to record, and the kids went out eventually, and I thought, right, let's start recording. So we went around filming everything, and basically we walked in front of these cameras, and they are still active. The alarm went off, and next thing, well, about I don't know how long it was. I went into another building, and I thought, where's all these behind us? They thought they were coming in, but they were getting the cameras ready and lights ready, and while we were outside, a security guard walked around the corner, walked up to him and went, "You all right?" I went, "Yeah." "You all right?" I went, "Yeah." And then turned around and he walked off. Just that was it. I didn't say get out or anything. But also, while we was in there, we did walk. Some of us walked around the right hand side, some of us walked around the left hand side, and I was the one that walked on the left hand side. And we bumped into two paranormal people doing a live stream on Facebook or on Instagram or something. So yeah, I get crashed their live stream. You've got to, haven't you? Because you're a legend. So they might. I don't know whether they've had permission or not. They might have been permissioned, and that's why the security must have thought we might have been them or something. I don't know. But if you think about it, if the security let them on, they'd know what they look like. So I ain't got a clue what was going on with the security. The kids all went off, and we done the video what we needed to do, and it's pretty awesome because it used to be like a hospital stroke asylum, and there was well, the first room that we went into, the basement, basically, it was turned out to be the morgue, stone table again, 6 inches from the top of the table. It was solid, and then you had a groove all the way down, and the table must have been about 7 foot long, a groove all the way down, and basically at the end of there, where the groove was, there was a hole for the blood and fluids to drain into the drain. And in the table itself, it had like a pillow carved out as well for where I assume where the head goes and stuff, people's heads. So it's pretty cool. That's supposed to be coming out Sunday. Supposed to be. You know me and getting the videos out on time, but yeah, should be coming out Sunday. So yeah, go and check them out. What was my last video as well? I can't even remember what my last video was. Leading hell, am I bad or what? It was you. It's taking its time to load up. Ah, yeah, it's inside the derelict Rudall Lake Castle. That's pretty cool as well. And that place, it's amazing what was in there. And a guy owned the place. He came back from Sainsbury's one night and got jumped by a gang of European robbers. Yeah, they tortured him for hours and stuff like that.
Really?
Robbed his house of all the antiques. Had bubble wrap. Like a professional team, they had bubble wrap to wrap all the antiques up and stuff like that. The guy had so much stuff, they even nicked his van, filled it up with his stuff, and nicked his van. It's used to make armor and stuff like that. He even had a sword that owned by Saddam Hussein at one point. They stole that. A suit of armor by Oliver Cromwell, what he used to wear. So yeah, it was pretty crazy. And before all this happened, he had a triple heart bypass, and all this happened. He weren't right afterwards, and he died 12 months later, I believe. So it's pretty sad.
Jesus. Well, that's one reason not to collect lots of stuff, folks, because the more money you got, the more you lose if it gets taken away from you, unless you want to spend a lot of money on security, physical security.
Yeah. He was in his 70s as well, know what I mean? No age pensioner. So it's all his collection over the years and stuff. Quite a sad story to hear.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, it's crazy in its society. Yeah.
Well, I got this thing on my lap. I'll show it to you
Yeah.
so I can get it off my lap. Right. So you know my camera. Well, it's now got another lens. Let me turn this shit off.
Just let me get you up on big screen.
Okay. Right. Now got another lens, which is a little bit longer than the old one. The old one was like this, and this one is a little bit longer. But this one, the classic one I've used, which I use at night, you've seen this used a lot. It's a very wide angle lens. As you can see, it's a huge, huge front lens. And it's very wide angle. It's 16 millimeter. It sees almost the width of any room, you know, it sort of sees across. But it's an f2.8 or 3.1T. So that's the f-stop, that's the iris, that's the bit that closes down inside. And this one is a 24 millimeter, so it's not quite as wide in the rooms, but it's f1.5. And this is a new lens out by Samyang. They haven't been out long, these. And yeah, so basically, in effect, if you go from f1 stop, f stop to another, sorry, it doubles your light. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to go from being dark to being suddenly like daylight, because it works in like what they call a logarithmic scale. So it'll bring it up another notch brighter. It'll bring it up brighter, but not massively bright. But still, working with these cameras at night, you've seen I've had good results in the past with that other lens. But this one is going to be even better. So I'm keen to try it out. I haven't actually tried it out yet. So I got that. And also my my 360 camera has been slightly dismantled because it comes in parts. So I've taken the brain of it. You have the lens and you have the brain. And the lenses, I've now got a new camera that it attaches to. And I've tried it out. It does actually look all right. Oh, but it's this new one by Insta. So if anybody's interested in getting one of these, don't ask how much it is. But if you can upgrade it, you don't pay so much. But that's the new camera. So you put the brain, that's the brain, with a new battery, and this is the new sensor. This is new lens, and this is a 1-inch sensor. So the 1-inch sensor sees better in the dark, and that's one of the criticisms I had really with the 360 camera, is it's just a phone type sensor. So this should enable me to do stuff more in the dark with better quality, because I'm always constantly having to noise clean all the footage. But there we are. So I've treated myself to that, but I'm not going to start using it for a bit because they don't make protective lenses for it. And there's no way. You've seen how I bang my head with this thing. So I've just put the newest type of protective lenses on these. These are very discreet ones. The old ones were huge. They were like big round things. But these ones now, I put these on there. Protect your investment, because if you're going to spend a lot of money on something like this, the last thing you want to be doing is banging the lens and putting scratches on the lens. So yeah, basically that's what I've been doing recently. So my credit card is now nicely back up, you know. So I paid it off my credit card, and now it's like back up again. But anyway, all to bring better quality footage to you folks.
Yeah, someone's saying it would be good to see a video for all your kit.
What you mean? Like my 3D cameras, like 3D. It's like it doesn't have one lens; it has two lenses, because you. Two to you, sir.
Yeah.
My camera's got two lenses. Yours has only got one. Yeah. So. Yeah.
I'm just got to mute myself a second.
Whilst he breaks wind. It's it. What's he up to? I could do a video actually talking about my kit. Me kit. Like going through all the bits and pieces I got. Like I got these cameras, yeah. I mean, I don't use them. They're good cameras. I mean, it's tiny little cameras. There's only 1080p. And I don't really want to use 1080p, you know, because it's like, you know, I got a couple of these cameras. If somebody was to give me like 50 quid, I'd give him a camera, 50 quid, you know. So I'm trying to get rid of a few things. I got my spare Boblov because I got a newer Boblov, and John Bengals having the other Boblov off me. So I got too many cameras around here, to be honest. Too many bloody cameras. I got this. Oh, this is why I don't need that smaller one. Is because I got a 4K one now, so I don't need the smaller ones. So it's just stuff like that, really. Always upgrading, always refining, always getting better. You know, trying to get the best sort of quality I can. Hey, Pompey, man, how you doing? Some Barry Little says that you sharted.
I did not. What I did, I left you a message on WhatsApp, Matt. So if you want to mute yourself and listen to that.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Better be good. You'll tell now by the amount of hair that stands up on my head now, right? Ready?
Make sure you mute yourself.
Well,
you done that last time, remember? So, yeah. No, can't hear you. All good. Yeah. So just got to shoot off for a few seconds after Matt said this, and I'll be back up. It's only for about 30 seconds I'll be gone for, so don't worry. It's just a private message, so yeah, he'll understand. Yeah,
oh, right, okay, fair shout. Yeah, no worries,
just
man.
got to disappear a second. Yeah.
Oh, you're going to leave us again? Bloody hell, he's busy tonight.
Go and grab something like you just said to you.
Bloody hell. He's a busy man tonight, folks. Anyway, I'm drinking cheap old Galaroo, so I hope you've all got yours with you. But yeah, up and coming videos. I suppose I should talk about something.
Cheap old Galaroo.
Oh, we're coming out to John Bengal speakers then. Hey, how you doing?
I'm all right, mate. You?
Yeah, not too bad, man.
Good.
I was just saying, I've got a Galaroo. You got any beers with you?
Oh, I have a Stella.
That's. I got the Lidl's rip-off of Stella. Yeah.
Is that from
Tastes
Alden's?
similar. Yeah, Lidl's.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah. Ooh, look, Mr. Bengal. Look, I'll show you what you get. What you get in your box when you decide you want it. Now. This is it. Look, unboxing. No, that's not the right one. Shit. That's the new one. There's no camera in it. There's no bloody camera in that one.
Got the
this one. Yeah. Look, so I don't lose the.
You're gonna get stiletto.
It's got Boblov written on it because I'm a person who labels everything. So I say, like, in this box is this thing, you know, so I can put them up on the shelf and then I can look across the shelf and find things because it's got big writing saying what it is, you know. Anyway, so it doesn't come apart and don't lose anything. I have insulating tape around it, you see. So see how specialist I am, right? So it tells you it's got 32 gigs of memory, and in the box, if it will allow me to open it without everything falling out. Again, I'll probably have to turn off my special background to show you. You have instruction manual. It's that one. Remember that I've used this one a lot, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
So it's that one, right? And it's like Boblov. It's got 2 infrared transmitters. It's got a laser. It's got, what else has it got? Screen on the back. It's got a light and it's got a siren, and the siren sort of goes whoop 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 whoop, and is actually really, really quiet, so it's pretty bit shit. Comes with spare batteries. Comes with a clip, so you can clip it onto your coat if you wanted to use a really big clip. You know, comes with a charger. It comes with a cigarette lighter, so you can charge it in the car. It comes with a spare battery. And it comes with the charging unit as well, but you don't have to use the charging unit because you can just plug it into USB and leave it overnight on your computer and it'll charge it up. So just plug your Boblov in, just leave it plugged in. But it's a good camera. I've used it a lot, you know, and never had any problems with it at all. The only thing one thing I would say about these Boblovs that pisses me off, if you forget to delete your footage before you leave your house, you might find this full up and then you're stuck because there's no way to format these on the road. They're designed that way so that the people who are operating with them can't sort of like delete their footage. It's like once they're set recording, the recording stays. That's the only weird thing about these Boblov cameras I've noticed, and the new ones like it as well. It's like there's no facility to format the thing. You've got to put it into a computer and delete your files. But apart from that,
that's all right.
32 gigs of memory. Yeah. If it's anything like the old one, I've never checked that actually, because the new one. Yeah, the new one actually has a memory card slot in it, but it's hidden under plastic. And if I'm not mistaken, this one actually has a memory card slot. Does it? Or doesn't it? No, I think no. This is built in. You can't change it on these. But the new one, it had a memory card slot hidden under a sheet of plastic. But it's like if you peel it up, there's the memory card. So I cut around the plastic so I can put whatever memory cards in I want. So you could theoretically take the memory card out, but there's not a lot of point really, because it's more aggro pulling the memory card in and out than just wiring it up with a wire and putting it into your PC.
32 gig, but that's not. Yeah, you're not going to use that up straight away, are you?
No, that'll go for hours. That will, you know. Because there's only like something like 2K recording on it, so. But they are good because I mean you could just use them in complete darkness. That's the benefit. Is it's on your chest, it's on you, you know, and you can walk around. Nobody can see what you're doing. You don't have to put a torch on, but you know your viewers will see what you're up to. So it's good.
Yeah, and I need to get, like we were talking before, I need to get one because I'm all right with my phone, as you know, but. When you're going down ladders, rope ladders, etc., you need something you could do. You don't, because I keep turning it off the phone and restart again. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Now I can hear a lot of fan noise. Is that your laptop going berserk because it's really hot where you are, Mr. John?
Yes.
It
is very hot. I mean, I've got the door open. My phone is absolutely roasting.
Yeah.
There's a little breeze now.
Flies are all coming in then.
Yeah, but it's so hot. I don't know what it is in here, but it is hot. I am sweating like a whore in church on a Sunday.
270 for a spare key fob is like last car only cost 300 quid. Yeah, but that car probably cost a lot more than that when it was new. That's why it's costing 300 quid for a spare fob. I don't know. I saw a Dacia the other day, and the bloody the key for it was like that. It was like that big. It was like somebody pulled out their pocket and put it on a table, and it said Dacia on it. It was like it's like a bloody remote control. It didn't have a thing to put it in the engine and go like that. It's a remote control. You take it in the car with you and press start, and your car starts. And it's like, no. This is a backward step. I don't want something the size of a bloody television remote in my pocket because I'm going for a drive in my car. No.
Yeah, done it again. Saying that, some of the cars like BMW, Land Rover, I know the same type of make and stuff like that. They have fobs where you press a button and the key flips out. But they don't. But the newer ones, they don't have the bit where you press a button and it flips out. You've still got the big chunky bit, and you just jam that in the dash, basically. I've seen them; they're quite big and chunky. But like you're saying, this one's even bigger than them. It's like a remote control. This one,
mate, it's like that. When you put that in your pocket, that's your car key. It's like having a mobile phone, but for your car key. You know, a whole another massive device. I couldn't believe how big it was. I was like, this is so retarded. Like, I mean, Dacia, where are they from? Korea? I mean, is this like getting fashionable now? Oh, I've got the biggest iPhone. Look, I've got the biggest iPhone. Ew, I've got a bigger car key than you. My car's really cheap and from North Korea, but the key's much bigger than yours. And it's like, oh, really? Yeah.
James Bond there in the chat. I've got his name up. I wonder where that's the James Bond that I knew. many years ago.
Mm.
But I used to know James Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm scratched up quite a bit from my last explore. Covered in scratches. Absolutely cut to shreds. Hang on. Have a look. Can you see my... Hang on. You see my being shredded? Hang on, let's see if we can show them. Stop hiding it.
Yeah.
Bastard.
Background's kicking in. Have you
There
been
you
in
are.
phones or something? Or
Look at that.
ooh.
Yeah. Proper gashed up. Yeah. Yeah, because it's too hot, you wear shorts, and then of course you have to go in bushes. And I always say, right, I mean, it's like Day of the Triffids. Have you noticed when you stand on like thorns and you stand on them to get rid of them, so you're trampling them down, and you walk away and they come with you? They're like, no, I'm coming for a ride. And it's like they go, no. Have you ever said to yourself, like, these things are intelligent and sentient, and they are gonna get you? Like, you can push down nettles, you can push them all down, like I push them all down, push them down, and then walk 2 feet forwards, and one gets you. And it's like,
Yeah.
"Argh!" They're sentient. They don't like being destroyed.
And the one that gets shot. The one that gets shot is the very finished one that you expect to snap, but obviously they're so strong they don't snap and they trip you up.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Hmm.
Yeah, they always catch you. I reckon you're right. The sentient being, because they know when you're walking through, they're sort of like, okay, it's going to get you now.
When you turn your back on them, they're all like creeping up on you. But when you turn around, they all stand still. And then you turn around again, and they all go. Yeah. Hey, Viv, how you doing?
Yeah, the James Bond that I knew, he was from Blakely. So yeah, got Steve Ellis there as well. Mate.
It doesn't matter how much you like with thorns and stuff. You know, like bramble. It doesn't matter how careful you are. You get it to the side. You can do that. You push it gently. It comes back and grabs you. As if it just wants more now.
Yeah. So people are saying, what are the gadgets have I got? I got so many gadgets you just wouldn't believe. I mean, it would take a long time. I'd have to do like sections of the bedroom at a time. Gadgets, like, you know, I literally have got so many gadgets. I mean, let's take this. Let's have a look what's in this box. I mean, I'm not going to go into it because I'm sure you don't want me to do this right now, Will. But like, what's in this box? Looks like a television screen. Takes these big batteries, which actually I should store in this box to get them out of the way because it's sitting on my desk. But it's a little video recording device that takes HDMI in, well, there, and you can record on things. But it comes with all the extra bits you need for it, you know. And that's a small one, and that only does 2K. There's a box down there. I got one that does 4K. And
is that like a hard drive then, Matt, you're talking about?
Yeah, you can put hard drives in them, actually. Put SSDs or normal hard drives. Where's the button for it? There's a release button. And then it pops it out. That's the hard drive. Whoa! That was the hard drive. Yeah, that was the hard drive. The hard drive's there. They come in these little crappy cases, and you put a new one in, and you just slip it in, and Bob's your uncle, you're ready to record. They're okay, those ones, but they get very, very hot. So, yeah, all sorts of stuff like that, really. I mean, I got loads of stuff. So this is my box of medical junk, including a stethoscope for when I'm having anxiety attacks, and I thought I was having heart attacks, but I'm not. But when you get paranoid and you're having a panic attack, you know, before I had the beta blockers and I knew much about it, I was thinking I was having a heart attack. So I was like, now I know I'm not. I know to ignore that now. But so I had a stethoscope. So I'd be thinking, I'm having a heart attack. I'm having a heart attack. Like I can feel palpitations, and I'd be listening, and I'd be like, no, my heart's not doing anything normal. It's just like going doom, 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 doom. But I'm thinking it's going doom, 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 doom. I'm thinking that's what my heart's doing. My ears are telling me something completely different. So yeah, we could go through my whole we could go through my whole house, and there's a story, a stupid story behind every object, I'm sure. Yeah.
Someone just left a comment there. I think it's
Wait.
Pompeii.
Microphone.
Someone left a comment there. I think it's Pompeii.
Yeah.
Saying, what do you think of these nuclear batteries? I've actually seen a video on that the other day, you know.
Nuclear
On YouTube about nuclear batteries. They've got to be a new thing coming out, and I believe they have actually manufactured some already.
I would be very doubtful of that. Let me just have a look. Could be wrong, but I would be very doubtful of it. Lithium thionyl chloride. No, that's some sort of weird battery. That's a new.
Should be
diamond.
YouTube history. Yeah, that's it. Diamond.
Diamond batteries made of nuclear waste can generate power. Never heard of it. Never heard of it.
Weird.
Yeah.
I know they put nuclear. I know they've had nuclear decay batteries on things like Voyager that went into space. You know, they had that was powered by that. But
there it is.
Yeah, Pompeii says nuclear diamond batteries. Yeah, I'll have to have a look into that. I've never heard of it. Depleted uranium in diamonds. Oh God, we probably got a lot of that in the Salisbury Plain because they said, hey, there you go, fires on the Salisbury Plain. Right, the plane was on fire many times in the last couple of weeks because they're dropping bombs on it, and there's a big bloody sign up there. I've taken a photograph of it, and you know, the sign was like risk of fire is high, and it's like, what, you're telling us, the public, that the risk of fire is high? We're just walking our dogs. They're dropping bombs. The fires that the Ministry of Defence cause go 20 miles. They cover whole areas, towns, villages covered in smoke. Right? And God knows what's in that smoke. They swear, honestly, because they would never lie to us about these things, that they don't fire depleted uranium shells up there. But my thinking is, well, where do you test these things then and test fire them then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just show you the video I've got here of it. That sounds quite right there, mate. Storm radios and cats. Sell it to the public. It's crazy, isn't it? You don't want to do that.
Yeah, people are going to end up cutting them open, poisoning themselves, and then flushing it down the toilet, and you know, contaminating the whole water chain down to the sea. You know,
there it is.
It's the only thing we have.
Basing its batteries on high-powered diamond-based alpha, beta, and neutron voltaic formulas for long life and green energy batteries. It aims to power devices from small insulin pumps to space rovers traversing the surface of Mars for decades without human intervention. NDB has been building its nuclear.
Do you hear that? For decades, one battery lasts for decades. Crazy, isn't it? What they're thinking of.
If they're saying it's going to have specialist purposes, like for use in, you know, insulin pumps and things like that, that sounds to me like it's going to be very expensive. It's only going to be for specialist uses where they really need that long life because they're prepared to pay the big bucks. And I don't think they'd want these things necessarily in the public hands. This would have to be carefully controlled, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Is that
I could be wrong.
Because once you get them, you know what I mean? It's like a DJI Pocket. You know what I mean? That's got a built-in battery and stuff like that. But obviously, if that dies, you can't replace it. So I think it's something to do with on the lines of batteries you can't replace. But obviously, if you get enough of them and breaking down, they've got to be dangerous, aren't they? You can do all sorts if you've got enough of them.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of radioactive sources out there, but they're in such small amounts. Like, you know, there's a tiny amount of stuff that you could get out of a fire detector, like
smoke
a smoke
alarm.
detector.
Yeah.
But it's tiny amount. But when you're talking about these batteries, you're obviously going to be talking about something that's substantial. So therefore, that could be spread over a large area, that radiation, if it was ground up into a powder.
Yeah.
Doesn't the microwave have some type of nuclear thing on it?
Not that
It's
I
the
know of.
microwaves itself, I believe, what's so dangerous to microwaves.
Yeah, the microwave itself is what's damaging. I mean, the main component is a big transformer in there called the magnetron, and that's just a normal transformer basically, but it's slightly different design. But it just contains copper and iron and windings.
Yeah, it's radiation.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that. That sounds interesting, and yeah, it might become something that's useful. But again, is it that it's going to provide masses of power, or a good trickle of power, but for many years? Because, you know, again, you probably wouldn't be able to run a car off it, but it will run your pacemaker for 25 years without having to be changed. You know,
Possibly,
that sort of thing.
Yeah, possibly.
But
like
not
you
a lot
say,
of power.
You get different types of batteries. You get high discharge and long discharge, like you say. And they're designed for two different purposes.
I read somewhere yesterday, I think it was, to do with, you know, like radiation, nuclear fuel, not a waste, except they reckon that they will be able to cut down the half-life time now to like about a few hours using lasers. Whether it's going to come to fruition, who knows?
And they were saying that if they finished off the advancements of safe nuclear, not dodgy nuclear, which is what we have at the moment, if they got safe nuclear, which was the molten salt reactors, that the molten salt reactors are inherently safe. So if you forget about them and do nothing with them, they get cold and they shut down. That's natural for them, yeah. Whereas with the reactors we got at the moment, if you leave the rods in one place and you don't do anything, by not doing anything, it will melt down. Yeah. So you can leave a molten salt reactor alone and not touch it and not give a shit about it, and it will just shut down. So if you stop it processing, if you take its motors away and you stop the processing, because you have to keep giving it heat to get reactions out of it. But if you stop all that, it just shuts itself down. So those types of reactors, one of the byproducts of it is you put naturally available radioactive sources, which are available in the soil, which are abundant. You could go out your back garden now and mine this stuff. It's in everyone's back gardens, apparently. You put that in the reactor, that gives you all this power. But whilst it's in the reaction phase, you can throw in there all your old nuclear waste and it renders it neutral. It just turns nuclear waste into crap, rubbish that can be handled.
Yeah, it sounds a bit like the government or whoever's saying that is doing the diesel engines are good for you. Buy a diesel. We'll give you money if you go towards a diesel new car and stuff. And then, yeah, still having adverts on TV now saying, have you bought a car? What was diesel between these times? If so, the government lied to you. And claim as much money as you want from us. Sign up or phone us or whatever it says then, on the adverts. Everyone's seeing them. Yeah.
But the thing is, I mean, diesels actually there's a lot less energy and pollution put out from the lifespan of a diesel than creating an electric car, apparently. So because they're pretty energy intensive.
Oh, it's raining.
Well, hey, told you. Told you it was coming.
Nice.
Mm.
We need a nice thunderstorm.
That's what he needs all over England, I'd say, definitely.
I was quite interested by this concept.
It needs a thunderstorm, I'll tell you.
There's a concept of new type of batteries. It's liquid supercapacitors. It's basically particles which can act as a supercapacitor, which can be kept in a liquid form. And so basically, you use them like a petrol pump, and you can fill your car within like seconds. You can just fill your car up. Your car then passes these through a piece of equipment which removes the charge and runs your car, and then it feeds the waste product into a container which you then dispense with. You give it back, then it's recharged, and then you get it from the pumps again. But it's a way you could actually charge your car in seconds, but with liquid supercapacitors. That sounded quite interesting to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, and there is a new type of battery I saw the other day, which is lithium type base. It's lithium graphene, but it's a new type of graphene, because I've got lithium graphene batteries for my quadcopters and things like that. The old ones I used to fly. But there's this new type of graphene technology, which means that you can fast charge and discharge without creating a plate, because it creates this kind of barrier when you fast charge and discharge, or too many charges, and then it builds up a barrier. And apparently this new graphene thing stops the barrier forming, so you can charge fast, and it gives out a massive amount of power. So they reckon that within 2 or 3 years, all electric cars that are doing like 100 miles an hour will be doing 300, and the Teslas which do 300 now will be doing 1,000. No problem at all. They've got that technology is there. They're just looking for ways to mass market it now, mass produce it. They've got the technology for it. They're just trying to roll it out. That's coming. So they've got that, and it's to do with graphene.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so they're going back into they're using the old technology to make something new, basically, are they?
Yeah, well, graphene is fairly new. I think that was only really discovered in the 70s or something.
Graphite, not graphite,
well,
is it?
It's graphene.
Yeah,
graphene is a form of graphite, but I think graphite comes in different forms. Graphene is incredibly small, but incredibly strong. It's the strongest substance I think there is out there. I think it's strong. Might be even stronger. Yeah, might even be stronger than diamond, stronger than titanium. But the trouble is that it's getting it to coat. They need to get it to coat in like an atomic layer. They don't want it to coat it in massive layers, which is what they can do at the moment. They can just massive layers. They want to spread it in one atomic layer. And they reckon when they can do that on mass scale, that's when you get the efficiency. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they've been doing. They've been putting on doing nanotechnology.
Yeah.
So they put the graphene on a base plate, if you want. I don't know what type of metal or what they use, and they thinly coat it across, and the molecules are in a certain way, so it conducts better, like you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah. It's this business, like I think you have when you charge something, you have the back of the plate and you have the front of the plate. You have like a back side and a front side, and you have to the two things have to be separated by a layer. And this layer that they use different materials, and right now the layer that sandwiches the one side from another. So I think when you charge, particles go through, so the charge which is on one side ends up on the other side, and when you recharge it, then it comes back through. But it doesn't go through it in the normal way you understand. It's like a special property. But at the moment, they're using things like plastics in the middle, and plastics degrade and they attract particulates which block up the channels for the power to go through, and graphene doesn't. Apparently, it doesn't block up. It just keeps going. You can push power through it, you know, so your batteries are going to last 20 times longer. So you're not going to have Teslas that, you know, are going to run 100,000 miles and then need a new battery that costs £20,000. That battery is going to last maybe 10 times as long. So it's going to be, you know, it's going to be 1 million miles on the battery, you know, 1 million miles of driving your car for the battery before it'll run out, you know, and that means it won't get crapper and crapper and crapper so fast as well, because like the thing is, batteries when they're new, they're good, and then they get a bit shitter, so you get less and less and less range. So the range is going to stay higher for longer, you know. So saying, how do I know so much stuff? I subscribe to various YouTube channels, and they tell me these things. I'm not clever. I just subscribe to clever people's channels. Yeah.
Oops.
I think one is called Matt Farrell, and I think the channel is something Matt Farrell's Undecided. It's called Matt Farrell's Undecided, and what he does, he talks about all the new technologies, but they haven't decided which one's the best. So it's called Undecided because he shows you all the possibles, but it's undecided which one's going to win out. You know, a bit like Betamax and VHS and all that, which most people who are too young won't even know what that means. But yeah.
Well, don't know. I've not heard nothing like that, Barry. Comment there on the screen. You're into UFO stuff.
Oh, Christ. But no, seriously. Senny Bridge. Well, I've heard about it, but no. I've heard about it, but I heard about it from a guy who became a bit of an idiot and started trolling me, to be honest. So, yeah. No, this guy was saying that there's human abductions and mutilations going on up there, and there's all UFOs being stored in the Brecon beacons and all this sort of stuff. But nah, yeah, no, I don't think so.
In the news, mutilations of people and kidnappings and people disappearing. There was one case in Rochdale where I think it was a body had just appeared on top of a coal heap pile, basically, in a coal yard. And they reckon it's been dropped from above from a UFO, but it's crazy. That's many, many years ago, back in the 60s and stuff like that. And there's a few people in the past and that actually documented it, and they've took it serious that they're being tucked away. And when I mean they took it serious, I mean authorities took it serious. They, know what I mean? They've been kidnapped or abducted or whatever.
Well, yeah. All I can say is I looked into this story about Senny Bridge and the Brecon Beacons, and the person coming out with the story was very, very hard to believe what he was saying, to be honest. He didn't seem to me like a very credible source or even a very credible human being, to be perfectly honest. So I dispensed with that one. And he wasn't happy that I wasn't happy with the story. So then he went on the attack. And he was like threatening to come around my house and do stuff to me and all sorts. And I had to get the police involved. And the police said, "We know him. He's well known to us." That's what they said. And we don't think he'll do anything. But that's where all that story came from. So I treat it with a big pinch of salt, that particular story. And there's one I'm not too sure about as well, which happened at Lantrescent. And it sounds too good to be true. You know, and there's just one researcher banging on about it, like, you know, and nobody else seems to know anything about this case, but one researcher is bang, 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 banging the table. And I've seen this story appear now on American UFO documentaries, and, you know, they're not always too good on their research, these TV companies that make these documentaries, trust me, you know.
Yeah. Where's that, they say? It sounded like it was in Wales.
Lantrescent. It's where the it's where the Royal Mint is. You know, where they make all the money. coins.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the Royal Mint. So there's a little joke. They say, Llantrisant, it's the only mint with a hole in it. Oh, no, sorry. No, sorry. That's Polos. No, sorry. It's the other way around. It's the only hole with a mint in it. Sorry. I actually said the original way, which is Polos. Polos, it's the only mint with a hole in it. No, Llantrisant, it's the only hole with a mint in it. Sorry, folks. Fuck the joke up. Sorry.
Yeah, it was like, where's the punchline? Like,
where's the punchline? Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Screwed that one up.
And you can't say it's down to the heat because you've got nice hair con there, so yeah, never mind.
I ain't got no hair. What are you on about?
That's what I said, hair conned. You've been conned out of your hair.
Hair con, I thought you said. Right. Trying to say I got none, like.
You've been conned out of it, mate.
Oh, I was cheated at birth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, time for more beer. And because Dinkum is in, by the way, and thank you, Dinkum, for my present. We shall now experience the present you sent me for my birthday, which was the other day. So I'll bring it up. Well, in fact, I'll bring the whole box up. In fact, I think it'll bring a few giggles. So yeah, I'll be back.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good.
So what have you been up to, John?
Oh, it stopped raining. What have I been up to? Not much for this week. As you know, I went with the guys a few weeks ago, etc. Met Matt. Well, who did I meet? Bacon Haven. Exploring with. Let me think. Hang on. No. Yeah, exploring within and. Oh, who's the other? I forgot his bloody. It's so hot. I'm forgetting everything, man. So usual crew, you know. Oh, exploring with Ray as well. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So yeah, it's all good. Good fun. Good fun. So they're coming. The video. Well. Sorry.
Oh, go on. What did you say there? Sorry.
I said it's all good fun. The videos are coming out. One of them's this week. Maybe both of them or a few more. I've just got to get around to editing like yourself.
Yeah. Talking of meeting up with people, forgot to tell everyone, guess who I met up with the other week? And he's in this video I'm doing next, I believe.
Oh, who was
GTR
it?
Skyline.
Still the bean, sir.
GTR Skyline.
Oh.
Yeah. They came up to Manchester, where we all met up, like I said, and hit that place in that asylum, the old asylum. Place. Yeah, you're there, but I think you're frozen.
Everything is frozen.
Oh, Johnny Bengal.
With your phone getting overheated on your live stream.
Johnny Bengal is all frozen up. The dog has come up because she has heard crinkly packets.
Oh, that means treaties, she thinks.
She thinks it does, yeah. Well, it does really, yeah. It does usually. Yeah. Not always for her, but yeah. Well, Mr. Bengal sent me some Christmas, not Christmas. Where am I getting my words from this evening? Christmas presents. Johnny Beng, why did I say Johnny? I can't get my words out. Johnny Beng. Did I say John Bengal sent me some Christmas? I literally did just say that, didn't I? Am I going crazy?
You did, yeah. Johnny Bengal
sent me Christmas presents, and I meant to say birthday, and I meant to say Dinkum Aussie, but there you go. Right, okay. So start again. Right, okay. Dinkum Aussie sent me some birthday presents. Right, he sent me my own real life kangaroo testicles.
Oh, I've got to get this on screen, haven't we? Come on.
Yeah. Kangaroo testicles, look, right, with a bottle opener. These are real kangaroo testicles. Right. So Well, I could probably get them in my mouth if I. No, I'm not going to do that. They are real kangaroo testicles. I don't want to put them in my mouth. Weird, isn't it? It's a bottle opener. Although that's a pretty small thing to open bottles with. And he said, "Oh, don't forget," he said, "that is actually." We've got a helicopter outside the window for some reason. He said, "Don't forget that is that's Australia." Well, I suppose that's Australia, but the whole. He said the whole thing is Australia. Well, anyway, no, that bit isn't. That looks more like a butthole and a front crotch. But yes, no, the outer bit is like Australia. So yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the island.
Yeah. So I mean, there you go. There's a talking point, isn't it, for when you get people round? Would you like to hold my kangaroo testicles? He sent me a. I was going to say didgeridoo. I can't fucking get them.
I think your old age is kicking in, Matt, since your birthday, not too long ago.
Yeah. Boomerang. I was going to say, I couldn't remember it then. The only way I could remember it is by saying to myself, my won't come back, which I think was a song by... my something won't come back, which was a song by now disgraced artist, Mr. Rolf Harris, wasn't it?
I'm not too sure.
Yeah. So my something won't come back, and then the word boomerang shot into my mouth. So yeah. So a little boomerang. Now I used to have these as a kid. I had one much bigger than that, and I used to. I think you're supposed to throw them. You could throw them like that. I think I used to throw mine like that as well. I used to play with it in different ways, but I think you're supposed to throw them like that. But it comes with instructions, and he says it's an Aussie drone. Look, because it comes back.
Aussie drone.
Aussie drone. Yeah, I think they say to throw them like that. So you throw it like that. So yeah, you don't put it on the inside like that. You don't throw it on the inside. You throw it like backwards like that.
It's possible,
but he also
cut out of it enough for the wind to catch on one side for it to spin back.
Yeah. So I'm going to put this up on the wall somewhere. I used to have my old one when I was a kid. I had my old one up on the wall. But he also sent me a load of other stuff as well, which is why the dog will probably return again. She's gone, but she'll come back now. No, she's not. Anyway, he sent me chocolate at this weather temperature. He sent me chocolate in the post, and it didn't fare well. It didn't do very well. These did much better. Macadamia nuts, which I've never actually. I don't think I've tried these before. Macadamia nuts, really nice. They're huge.
What?
That's massive, right? Oh, here she comes, right?
Yeah.
And the dog loves them. The dog thinks these are great. Yum, yum, yum. So they're nice. I've never tried those before. But he also sent me these orange crunchy chocolate balls. Emphasis on the word balls, because I think that's really what the whole kind of, he was sending me things that had something to do with balls, basically. Everything had to do with balls. But unfortunately, these did disintegrate slightly. So they kind of came out a bit like this. But it is chocolate and it's sugar, so within reason, yeah, I can eat this, and it's quite nice. But some were okay. But others literally looked like something from that movie, The Fly. Going through the teleporter.
Yeah, it's been stuck together.
They're all right, actually. Do you know what they taste like, though? Like, remember Smarties? Hello, we've got a spider coming in. Piss off. A spider hanging down from the ceiling. Great. Do you know what they remind me of? They've got a surface that's like sugar that you get on Smarties. And when you crunch into them, you've got chocolate inside. That is exactly like Smarties. So I don't know if you've got Smarties in Australia, Mr. Dinkum, but if you don't, that is what Smarties taste like. These things, balls, except these are bigger than Smarties, but they're exactly the same crunch and exactly the same taste as Smarties. Yeah.
Also, like a snail, then, crunchy on the outside and nice and soft on the inside.
That's it. Yeah. step on them at night and you hear them go, eh!
Snails are fucking dirty.
Dirty. You dirty snail. You dirty, filthy snail.
There's 3 things I don't like walking in. Well, one's cold water. I don't like walking in that with your cold feet when your feet are freezing, you know what I mean? 2 is dog waste. Bare feet. This is what I'm talking about. Bare feet, yeah? And the 3rd one is snails and slugs and stuff like that. You've all stood on one. You're barefoot. You must have in your time. Yeah. Oh, awful.
Yeah.
These are quite nice.
It's not like you just walk on it and you think, oh, well, I've stood on it. It just like pops and you got all this goo all over your foot. Then you got to clean it off. Yeah.
White choc and raspberry. Now these, I've never tasted anything quite like these before, but I can place the individual taste though, because the outside I would say is very similar, not fluffy like you get with a bonbon, but the outside I would say is like a fluffy bonbon taste. It's like a bonbon, and the inside is chocolate, like squidgy chocolate. But that's pretty good actually. That is nice. Yeah, I'm going to do some of these. No, thank you, Dinkum. Thank you very much. If there's any left when I next to a live stream, when I'm next live on my channel, I'll thank you again. But they'll probably all be gone by that point because trust me, these would be lucky if they last the night.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying about the dog
Oh,
mess.
mate, that's horrible.
The dog mess and snails or slugs. Oh, can't stand that. Standing on stuff like that.
You know the one I get a lot recently? Believe it. What I get recently is get a doggy bag to clean up the dog mess. But if the doggy bag is not a big enough doggy bag, you surround the mess, go to pick it up, and then you pick it up, and then you got to pull the bag over itself, so it's like it's all encapsulated. But then you notice that actually you've got shit all over your fingers. Somehow it's managed to get around the bag, so you have got it all over you, basically. So you're like, oh, shit. Wipe it in the grass. And then, like, you know, then you've got to walk around for the rest of the entirety of the dog walk with shit on your fingers.
Take a pair of rubber gloves with you, not them blue disposable ones or something. Pull a pair of them. When you do pick it up, then you just take them off and then just throw them in the bag as well, don't you? All at once.
Christ, this is getting too technical now, though. I was going to say, I was thinking of attaching these to my dog, so she could look a bit more upgraded. You know, maybe sort of like, you know, stick them under a tail. Like I'll just cable tie them on right underneath her tail. She walk around looking a bit more sort of buff. You know.
Can't give you dog a sex change. Pair of staples like that.
No, it's only temporary. She could still flip it up to have a crap, like, you know. So
right. Oh, another little heavy downpour, then stop. What's this?
It's just easy there, isn't it, John? The rain.
Oh, it's coming, mate. It's coming. It's extremely humid in here. It's probably hang on. Got the old thermometer. It is 32 degrees. So give or take a little bit less. Put about 28 out there. Oh, here we go.
Sorry for reading laughing about the comment.
Oh yeah.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, I can hear it now.
If it gets more, I'll go outside for a minute. I'll come back completely wet. Lovely.
That should cool you down.
Yes, Mick, it is a rectal thermometer. Yep. Only on special occasions.
Hey, Matt,
This
you sent
new-
us.
That's
Sorry.
so weird. Have you ever noticed it? You
That's
know when
right.
it rains really heavy, all of a sudden it just stops. No, sorry, mate.
You sent us a picture before. That's it, Exploding with Matty, wasn't it?
I was just saying.
Andy.
I'm just watching this thing, like reckoning that it's Elon Musk is behind this nuclear battery thing, and I'm like, yeah, I hadn't heard much about that, but yeah, I'll go and look into it.
So when was that picture took? You sent us today, Matt, of Matty
Oh,
and Andy.
he's behind everything, isn't
It was a good picture, wasn't it? That
Yeah.
was taken on Saturday or Sunday, I think it was.
Oh, I thought it might have been today or yesterday. That's what all mine doing at weekend, going on the ground because it's cool underneath there.
Oh, mate, it's unbelievable. It was like colder than my room is now. You know, it's really nice. Yeah, here you go. Look, that's the image. You want to see it? So
Is that you up there? Yeah.
Yeah, we were abseiling down this hole. There's Proving Demons, myself. I actually photoshopped my gut in because it was massive, so I could photoshop that. So it still looks bad, but
it?
it's not as bad as it was. And then there's Exploring with Matty there. So have a look now. There you go. So
It's good lighting and all that on that
gutted.
picture. Looks nice.
It's good, isn't it? Because it looks like it's a mushroom. It looks like we're standing on a mushroom, isn't it? And we're the body of the mushroom, and that's the head of the mushroom, and that's the the roots or something. Yeah. I'm doing
where you
I'm doing a Ponzi look.
Have you seen where your arm is? It looks all a bit weird.
I know, because it looks like I'm sort of going, ooh, are you being served?
It's like he's got a spacky hand. It's like ugh.
Yeah.
Like you say, you've got lighting on matter there. Yeah, foreground lighting. Then you've got your cave lighting round the edge. Then you've got the porthole light coming down as well. So you've got 3 different types of lighting there.
Yeah,
So
it's a brilliant photo. I think it works. It works really well. But I couldn't handle looking at my gut every day like that, so I had to slightly diminish it. I have got a bit of a beer belly, unfortunately. Yeah.
I didn't think you had that much of a gut, man.
It's pretty bad these days. Yeah. Maybe it depends on which clothes I've got.
Ain't that bad. Well, it is.
I was wearing a climbing harness and it pulls you right in. But there you go, man. Pregnant. Pretty shit, isn't it?
When did you, mate? When did you?
I don't know. They say
I don't know, but when it is, John, I'll send you the bills for the child support.
Yeah, they say it's 9 months labour, but mine's not been out. You know what I mean? It's been more than 9 months with mine, and yeah. Oh, I'll have to stand up and do mine now, won't I?
Yeah, but yours is not as bad as mine. Fucking hell. It's like everything in it. I've got my lens has got 2. My gut's twice as big as yours. Fucking,
you ready?
Can't compete.
There we go.
No, I can see that. No, go on.
Yeah, John's breathing in there.
There it is. I didn't attempt to breathe in. I didn't attempt to breathe in at all because I thought, oh, it'll be all right. But I've learned now if you're going to do a sideways shot, no, breathe in. If you're going to do a front shot, it's all right, but sideways, no, they'll know. Doggy's going up to the packet and butting the packet, going, they are so good. I need more. You want more?
Oh, bless
Give me more. Give me more. They're so good. Yeah, but you're supposed to chew them. Yeah, the first one you chewed. She chewed it really well. She was like, nom, 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 nom. So I thought, oh, that's quite good because she likes these. She's going to chew them. But now she's like, they're so good. I'm going to breathe them in now. No.
Yeah, eating this first one slowly to see what it is, isn't it, basically?
And
then thought, oh, that's all right. Just swallow
them. Sit down now. Aww.
I'm running out of tortillas, man. I need some more.
Oh,
Aldi's do some brilliant tortillas.
Please.
They're very nice, very cheap. Do them with dips and everything. Just get a packet of them. Happy days.
Are they ready made?
Yeah. Look.
I can't see because you're frozen again, John. You're frozen, mate.
Yeah, they're saying it's
Have I
down
got
to the weather as
frozen?
well. People's phones are going slow and stuff like that. And try and keep your
Mate,
phone out of
everything's going
direct
wrong.
heat. Yeah.
No.
There's a hot one though today.
Yeah, fair play, Dinkum. You've introduced me to something completely new here, and I love these. They're really good.
Can you get them over here though, or can you not?
He reckons that the best ones are made in Australia and go to Australia, but we might get different ones over here, like produced in other countries, but the best ones are from like Australia and Hawaii, apparently. So,
Is my lawnmower okay? Yeah, it's all right.
Do you know what I like about these? They don't put too much salt, and even though they say they're dry roasted, it's so light. Dry roasting, it's not overpowering, so it's not like we have like dry roasted. They just pour this like powder on them, don't they?
Yeah.
And it's not really. They don't taste really like they've been dry roasted. It tastes like powder, But these have got a light roasting and minimal salt, so actually you get a lot of the taste of the nut. It's really good.
Yeah, 32. We was in the high 30s in Manchester.
Apparently, macadamias are an Australian nut, native nut. You get in trouble for exporting fruit and goods out of Australia without a license. You will get exterminated. What if I was to put these in my back garden and it would grow? What would happen then, Mr. Not Mr. Bengal. Fucking hell, I'm doing it again. What would happen then, Mr. Bengal? It would be your fault. Dinkum.
Tell you what I did here.
It'd be my fault, thanks.
Yeah, be your bloody fault.
Tell you what I did here, and I was amazed. Like the farms and all that these days, yeah? The farmers can't plant their own seeds. They got to buy the seeds because they're genetically engineered now, and the people who've genetically engineered it have copyrighted the wheat that grows in the field. So if the farmer starts growing his own seeds and using his own seeds, he can get actually done for it.
Not in the UK, only in America, because America allows that. Britain said no to that, but they're trying to push it into other countries and like into places like India, so that they'll have to use their seeds, and then they've got to use their fertilizers and chemicals on those plants, otherwise they won't grow properly. So they're totally locked in. It's bullshit.
So that's in America. I thought it was over here as well.
We've got a ban on GM food. Right, there's only one or two things that are GM that are allowed in Europe.
Johnny's freezing. John's freezing. Wow, John. Wish I was freezing. I'm bleeding sweating here.
Freezing. I wish I was freezing. Oh, here comes the rain again.
Oh, we've got ALW in the chat there somewhere. Cool.
ALW, how you doing? Well, these are proper Moorish, mate. They're proper Moorish. Yeah. God alive. I just can't get over how tasty they are. That's amazing.
I I bought a new SD card the other day, and the first time I filmed with it, I'd done over an hour video worth of editing. Oh, not editing, but recording. And when I put in the editing gear and started going through it, I thought I've got the wrong card here or something. It's not recorded as fast as it should needed to be recorded or something. Because when I was playing it, it was like you could hear the sound perfect, but it's like pictures, like someone's to go around taking photos every 10 seconds. And I thought, how am I supposed to edit that? So what I done, I just let it run through the system, let it play itself all the way through. Saved it, then went back into the re-editing gear, and it's running a lot smoother now. So it must have been just rendering or something while trying to edit it. You know what I mean? At the same time, it was like no good. That I thought
it's never a good idea to edit from a SD card direct. You should always copy it onto a hard drive first onto your computer and edit from there.
That's what it was, yeah. On this basically, but it's like you're saying, it was doing all daft crap.
But that's an external drive, and external drives are not very fast as well. Internal drives connected on your SATA lead, or internal is much better. USB 3. It's not that good, not really that good data rates for video editing.
So you reckon that might be why it's juggling a little bit when it was trying to get off the hard drive into my processing editing gear?
Yeah, don't copy it from the SD card onto an external and expect it to perform. I do it myself, but performance does take a hit. It can get a bit choppy, and if it struggles that much, I will copy it from that onto my super fast hard drives I've got in the machine, which are like SSDs, and something that's much faster than SSD as well. So but it might be that. I mean, if you struggle as well, a lot of software, well, Premiere certainly, some other software as well, will allow you to create proxy files, and it will go through all your footage and it will create new little files that you can edit with, and they edit really nicely and react really quickly. But when you go to say render, it swaps those files out and uses the high quality ones to do the render. So for you to be able to quickly move through your footage and do it all, it uses the small file. Press go, render, uses the big file. So, yeah, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's less quality while you're editing the piece itself. But when you press go and upload, it redoes it as HD quality.
I've just pulled my piles out of my arse, look. Just picking at them, and they've just popped out now, look. Oh, yeah, baby blue. Oh, the baby blue. I forgot, yeah.
Hello. Kiss. No. Who's that? Yeah, he's just come out for a wee, I think.
If I remember, this dog has a very normal name, something like Eddie or
Lenny.
Lenny. That's not so normal, then.
Yeah, I remember plugging me DJI Pocket into the computer and just trying to do the editing that way, and it did take ages and ages. And if the lead gets interrupted, it's like, and then you've got to redo it all and re-upload it and re-edit it because it's just saying it's uploading and never does. Yeah. What is a proxy file? How do you do them? Or is it just in the system itself, software?
It's not a proxy file, Will. It's a proxy file. Proxy.
Proxy. It's a proxy file.
Talking about dog names, have you seen that clip where the woman from like Thailand, if she's looking for a dog, and she's like standing in the field, and her dog's run off, and she's crying. Have you seen the clip? She's crying because the dog's gone missing, and she's like, "Oh, I'm going no, my dog here got my no, it's gone missing. Oh, no!" And then she turns around and she goes, like something like, "Jasper." My little dog is like, Jasper!
No, I've not seen that one.
Thailand.
That's Thailand for you.
It's funny as fuck. Hang on. Let me see if I can find it. It's funny as fuck. Hang on. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Right. Do you want to see this? This is going to crack you up, folks.
Let me get your screen. Are you doing another share screen or your picture?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll share it. Look, here we are. Ready? Okay. So this is the woman. I don't know if you have to turn your volume up or something, but anyway, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
ใส่ป้าอยู่ไหนให้ป้าไหนไม่รู้ใส่ป้าเข้าไปในป่าลองเรียกสายป่านสายป่านไม่รู้อยู่ไหนเรียกสายป่านสายป่านอยู่ไหนสายป่านอยู่ไหนไม่รู้กลัวสายป่านหลงป่าสายป่านอยู่ไหนไม่รู้สายป่านไปทำอะไรเนี่ยไปฉี่เปล่าไม่รู้สายป่านจะหลงป่าสายป่านไอ้กลัวสายป่านหลงป่าโอเคครับ
Stefan!
Stefan!
At first, I thought she'd turn around and just pretending to do it, and whoever's filming was shouting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She had gopping teeth as well. Oh my god. Oh dear. Yeah, that was the bloke, I think. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a trap.
Exploration.
It's a trap.
Explanation there, who would go back to that.
Oi. My dog's jipping me now. She said, "Get those nuts back out." Is it?
Is that what she's saying to you, barking there? Like, get them out.
Oh. Literally in dog, that was literally translated as like, "Get them. Get them," she said. What is it? What do you want? Show me. Show me where it is. Show me. Well, sometimes she's like, when you've done this, sometimes she goes up to her and butts exactly what she wants. What is it then? Show me. Show me where it is. What is it? Where? Where is it? Show me. Go on then. Show me. Show me. She's the brain's thinking like, am I allowed to? Go on. Show me where it is. Where is it? Show me. Show me. Go on. Show me where it is. Show on. Show me where. Where is it? Where is it? Go get it. Where is it? Yeah. She's like, dunk, butted it. See? I'm like, yeah, it's this. This is what it is. She goes, I need it. That's what she does. If you go, like, where's your ball? Like, you go, show me where it is. And she's like, oh, where is it? Where is it? She'll find it. Like, you know, she's telling me that that's what it is that she needs.
Yeah. Martin's asking a question there in the chat. I don't think William Shatner even knows who I am, so no chance of getting him on my show. Also, I loved him in TJ Hooker and all that, but recently he's been doing these new shows called Strange or What. Oh, he does my bleeding head in on them programmes. I can't stand him on them, know what I mean? But Star Trek and TJ Hooker, yeah, no problem, but his new stuff, I can't stand his new work. No chance. I just turn it over me when I see that on. But yeah, he is the oldest man in space. Yeah, he would be now, won't he?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. It would be interesting to speak to him and stuff like that, because he's been about years and God knows what he's been in and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And lose count of stuff he's been on.
He was in the Twilight Zone as well.
He's quite hard to interview because he goes completely off tangent from what you're asking, and sort of like, you know, he's not with you completely. You know, when you ask him questions, he's like thinking about other things, and
yeah. If you could interview anyone, who would you interview, Matt? If you had anyone in your choice through anyone.
David Lynch.
And who's David Lynch?
Movie director.
Director.
But very bizarre sort of outlook and style in some of his movies. Not all, but some, yeah.
What films did he do?
Eraserhead.
Eraserhead, is that the one with the pinholes? Pinhead?
Yeah, he's got this guy.
Hellraiser.
Oh, no.
No.
No, Eraserhead was this it's black and white, and it starts off with this kind of like weird zooming up towards a radiator, and it takes ages, like minutes or something like that, and it's like, and then it starts off and there's like curtains part, and there's a like woman dancing on a stage, and it's like, what the fuck is all this about? It's like, and you're like, what is all this about? And then this bloke is like, comes home from work and sits down, and everyone's really intense around the table, and they're all like looking at each other, and like she's wanted to serve chicken blue wings, and she puts them down on the table, and the chicken wing starts moving, and then the father is there, and he starts going and salivating, and it was like all like wacky sort of behavior, like abnormal behavior from all these people, and it doesn't make an awful lot of sense, to be honest. And this guy who's come to this house to have a meal with this woman is basically seeing this woman, and these are her parents. So then it transpires they've had a kid, and you go and see the kid, and the kid is kept in a room, and you don't get to see it properly. It's like, and it's making all these gurgling sounds and like choking and like and all this sort of stuff. And eventually you see it, and it's just this like head with like a body in bandages, but the body is only like the size of, I don't know, like an arm, you know, like it's just like this tiny little body, and like this head, and this head looks like an animal. It doesn't look like a human, and this is their baby, and like it's really weird, man. It's really weird. Yeah,
Does sound a crazy film, that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy. I take it he's back in the 60s, 70s era.
Probably 70s, 80s, some of that, I think, this first one. Now, you might be familiar with Dune, the one with Sting in it. Sting and Patrick Stewart and all that. Have you ever seen Dune?
I'm not too sure.
That's pretty good. And Blue Velvet. Blue Velvet's really good.
Someone said that in the comments.
Yeah, and Blue Velvet's got this amazing scene where Dennis Hopper is the bad guy, and he's kidnapped somebody's daughter, and Dean Stockwell, you know, who used to play, you probably know him from Quantum Leap. Remember Quantum Leap, that TV series?
Which one was it? The guy that was leaping, or the one with the device?
He was the one with the device, yeah.
The hologram thing.
The hologram, yeah, that's it. He was that guy. That's Dean Stockwell was in it. So Dennis Hopper plays. So Dean Stockwell plays a transvestite who's dressed up as a woman, and is always like going, "Oh yes, oh," and stuff like this around the room. And Dennis Hopper is like this psychopath who's got this person who's kidnapped, and he's constantly huffing on nitrous oxide. So he's like getting more and more intense. He's like, I'm gonna fucking do something. And he's like going around. He's getting really intense. And yeah, it's an interesting movie. Yeah.
Tell you who I'd like to interview. It might be because he's up north. But Fred Dimpler, or whatever he's called.
He's
Steeple
dead.
Jack. Yeah.
He's dead, yeah.
I would like to met him and had an interview or something with him back in the day. You know what I mean? I'm speaking to some guy from a demolition firm. Some old chap he was, and he was saying, "Oh, he went to his pub once, and Fred was there, and he was having a drink and all that. How you do in the pubs?" And next thing, Fred's wife comes in and starts whacking Fred round the head. Apparently, he'd been sleeping with another woman, Fred, and he was a right ladies fella back in the day. So yeah, they got caught out, and I believe he got a divorce from her or vice versa, and then he remarried.
Yeah, I think he had a few wives.
Yeah. But I think he could have told loads of good stories and interesting things, especially now, because we don't understand what it was like back when he was a kid, because culture and things have all changed, health and safety and stuff like that. Health and safety tried to kick in with him there, but he didn't have any of it, and they just knew once he's gone, that's it. Health and safety takes over then.
Yeah, he just used to climb up those chimneys, put his own scaffolding up that he made himself. He just climb up there. Yeah,
and
just crazy.
And yeah, just wooden ladders. Used to attach it to the chimney. It's crazy what he used to do.
Yeah, he did have a traction engine. He had a few of them, and I think he also had a steam engine, and he was like trying to restore a steam engine or something as well.
He actually restored a couple of them. There's a program of him driving them down the road, the ones he's rebuilt. Yeah. Crazy.
And I got to see some steam engines on the weekend because we just had a thing called the Market Lavington Vintage Meet, and up there they had all old little steam engines and pumps and things like that from years gone by, and they had people going around in little mini steam engines, like little model size ones, that they'd made, and some of these people had spent like 9 years building this steam engine, and it's just going around like taking people for rides, like around the thing, and it's like just pop, and
yeah,
it's putting, you can see it's trickling water in. There's like a little pump and little spinny things that have got centrifuges on them and all sorts of stuff. Very interesting.
That's it though, with stuff like that. It's mechanical. You can actually see what's happening while you're looking, and you can see the process. It's like when the old telephone switchboards, when a call came in, it used to go clink, 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 clink all through all the relays, and you could trace follow phone calls go across the room and stuff like that. Yeah. There's a lot of people that like concentrate on all that stuff, and it's like a jigsaw that you can actually see working and how it actually works, and that if that piece weren't there, that wouldn't do this, and because on the steam engines there's a big wheel and you've got a rod going across, and when that rod goes one side it knocks a valve, and when that valve's knocked, then it sends it off the other way, and when it gets to the other side it knocks the other valve the other way, so it sends it's crazy. If you watch them, you can watch them for hours. Yeah. There you go. So, same question to you. Who would you interview, and if you had the choice of anyone in the world, or?
I really don't know, actually.
I know it's an hard question.
I'd like to interview George Lucas, just because. George Lucas.
Yeah, I'd like to ask him why did he fucking sell out?
Yeah, man. But like his story, I mean, he obviously did Star Wars, and no one wanted to know, did they? And he did a lot. I think it was with Fox or someone. He said, "Okay, if you go with me, can I have the merchandising rights?" And they didn't think it was going to take off or anything. They went, "Yeah, do you like? That'll be fine. That'll be all right. We won't. You won't make much out of it anyway." Well, there he is, £1 billion later, going, "Yep, yeah, well, should have kept the fucking merchandise."
Yeah.
You know.
Back then, when he was doing the first, like you say, film of Star Wars, merchandising wasn't the main thing back then. You know what I mean? A few films or some stuff came out in the 80s, like E.T. and, like you say, Star Wars and stuff like that, Spider-Man. That's what really started the merchandise off for the spin-off of some of the films to make them money.
People don't realise that Star Wars, although at the time, obviously, it was new, there wasn't any major sci-fi films. You know, you had the B movies, you had like the Saturday matinees with like Flash Gordon and stuff like that, and he based it loosely around stuff like that. But once Star Wars come out, yeah, it made a big impact. Like people, they were like Alien came out because of it, because Star Wars had done an impact. Alien, oh yeah, we have another one in space and aliens running around and all that. And it kicked it all off, and I don't think people realise how influential it actually was.
Yeah, crazy. You know what I mean? It's just, it's like things. It's just trends, like fashion. Things come in and go, and obviously TV is the same thing. Soaps came out, and everyone jumped on the soap bandwagon. We had EastEnders, we had Coronation Street, Crossroads, Brookside. I don't know what's on Channel 5 or whatever. But
Pobla Cum.
Oh yeah, what's that Spanish one? El Dorado or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What a
You know what I mean?
Dallas.
Yeah.
Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy,
Rock's Landing.
When someone comes out with a great idea and it worked, everyone jumps on the same idea, same bandwagon and all that. Like you say, the Star Wars back in the day, there was only Buck Rogers and stuff like that, Lost in Space, and they were okay films and stuff like that, but compared to Star Wars is like the next level, wasn't it? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, he nearly went bankrupt with it. I mean, he used his own money and set up our ILM. I mean, there was no special effects company around when he was doing Star Wars, so he set up our ILM, got all these people together, like puppetry people and all that. I went, "I'm doing this, sort it out," and luckily they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, Silent Running. Silent Running is a good one. That's the one about the little aliens that look after the gardens in the ship. Yeah. But then you got Dark Star as well, which was made on a budget like of about $2,000, and they nicked the film to shoot it with, and they borrowed the cameras and borrowed the lights and from movie studios by sneaking in there, by climbing in like urbexers, climbing in there and taking the kit, filming with it, and then putting it back. And they filmed a whole movie called Dark Star, and that thing actually does stand up as a movie. Like it really does.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It does stand up. It done the test of time as well.
Dave P saying the A-Team. Well, they were good, but they were absolutely rubbish at shooting. They couldn't hit no one. I noticed on that one.
And only one person ever died in it as well. Only one person ever died in the A-Team.
Yeah, was it a gunshot or was it a natural death by any chance?
No, it was a gunshot. I think the guy got shot.
Bleeding hell.
Yeah.
It did go a bit.
And they, what was it? Had, what was his name out of Culture Club? Boy George, he was in it as well, played himself.
Yeah. He had a few special guests on at times.
I think John Hurt would be a good actor. You know, the British actor, Yorkshire based. He was in The Elephant Man, which was he played the Elephant Man in that movie.
He did.
And
my name is John Merrick.
Yeah. Very, very, good performances. He's always done really good performances, and he's been around for donkey's years. He died a few years ago, but the thing is, he was a very down-to-earth sort of bloke, and there didn't seem to be an awful lot of pretense to him. But he'd done so many things. But he's one of these people. I swear, he looked like he was 90 years of age when he was born, and he was still 90 years of age when he died. He never seemed to age. He was always old in everything he ever did.
Yeah. Steve, I know you're still trying to get in touch. I'm trying to get in touch with you. I did throw out my phone number somewhere. I'm not saying where. It's in somewhere. I'll have to remove that quite soon. But I've sussed out a way of contacting you, and you will receive a message off someone, and then you'll be able to phone us, and I can sort your present out, your prize. Yeah, so cool. And yes, it's gone past that time again, but we'll talk in a few more minutes and just call it a night soon. So
here's a good one for you, Alistair Crowley.
Alistair Crowley?
He'd be an interesting one to have an interview with, wouldn't he?
Well, yeah. Saying that, there's a lot of people now that aren't alive that would be interesting to speak to, especially knowing what they were like, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
There's that Cyril Smith. Yeah, everyone thought he was the best MP in Rochdale for years. Then once he died, everyone found out what he was like. But it would be interesting to have an interview with him and then throw all these allegations to him while, like, it's supposed to be quiet. And then we got Jimmy, good old Jimmy, and
I was going to say,
before.
Can you imagine interviewing Jimmy Savile, knowing what he got up to?
Yeah.
Knowing.
Yeah, and these days, it's, you know what I mean? It's like, if you just come out straight with it in live, it's got what it's got to do, you know what I mean? It would have been good to put people through what people knew in the back scenes on front of the camera, because it would have shown what's going on, and it would have put people on the spot, and yeah, it would have been really good TV, that. But like I say, there's people who in the past, you can always think about Captain Cook, Nikola Tesla. There's hundreds of thousands of people in
what
the past.
About
Hitler?
Yeah.
Oh, Nikola Tesla, yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Nikola Tesla was quite.
What about Prince Andrew? Now it's so hot. Let's see if it's wet now a bit.
Nikola Tesla was a bit of a weirdo by all accounts, and I love H.P. Lovecraft's work, but he was a bit of a weirdo as well. You know, he was like.
They say Nikola Tesla was a bit weird.
Never read any of his stuff. Honestly, I haven't never read it.
John. He is the foundation for a lot of horror that you probably watched over the years. I mean, he is an inspiration to most of the horror writers, including Stephen King and, various others.
James Herbert.
James Herbert, yeah. And, he's an inspiration to a lot of horror writers. But he was a very awkward person. I mean, apparently he was a bit of a racist. He was, he couldn't hold down a relationship. He got married, but he ended up just like letting his wife go and live somewhere else because he couldn't be bothered. You know, it was like he's just a very strange bloke. So I don't know, but he would be an interesting one. But I think you'd probably find, probably find that he wasn't. Yeah, a lot of people thought that he wrote all these, you know, the creatures in his things were like allegories, you know, for racism. So like when he was talking about people that had like weird heads and things like this, he might have been talking about a particular race of people and things like that, you know. So basically then he's like George Lucas. He's just a bit of a closet racist because, I mean, when you have a look at the way that those movies are made and the characters that appear in them and how racially stereotyped they are, a lot of them, I mean, it's crazy, you know. I mean, like, is George, would George, what you say, George, come on. You know, these characters, it's like, what? Sir, yes, sir. Me, sir, yes, sir. Yeah, me, Jar Jar, big sir, yes, sir. That's like a slave black person talking there. Yeah. Me, sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir, me, sir. Yeah. I mean, and there's loads of characters like that in Star Wars. It's just like incredibly racist, really. But you forgive it because it's kind of like, oh yeah, but they're aliens, and it's like, yeah, but look what they're doing. Look at the voices and the type of characters. Like there was a big nosed flying thing, and he was Italian. He's like, and my Mario, but I'm a flying thing, but I'm like, I got a big nose and I'm a very stereotype. And he's like, you know, but I'm very tight with the money. And it's like, you know, stereotypes all over the place in these Star Wars movies. It's shit for that.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I mean, basically, it's just about like people, like it's like everybody's got to be controlled, isn't it? That's what it is. If you look at it, obviously Vader's there trying to control the universe.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, people who said Tesla was a bit strange and stuff like that.
Genocide.
But you got to remember, back in the day when Tesla was Tesla, they didn't have mental diseases and mental health as much as they have now. So he might have been mentally disturbed or toxic or you know what I mean? One of these ones with special powers, good minds, but yet he's not great, if you know what I mean.
I don't think he's mentally disturbed. I think he's a bit of a savant, to be honest. He was extremely intelligent. He came up with a lot of theories, lots of bits and pieces, which they still look at today. And if there was nothing to him, why did the government suddenly take all his files? Yeah, they just mysteriously disappeared.
That's it as well. Who said he's strange? Was it the government? You know what I mean? And they tried to do his name. You never know. You know what I mean? The full story. Because after many years,
he talked about free energy, didn't he? You know, for electricity, etc. Well, what they're looking at now. I mean, definitely something in it. I think he was a very intelligent guy, high IQ, and he was fucked over by the government. Yeah. Literally, he died a pauper in a hotel room, and they nicked all his.
You got to remember, he was brushed away. No one heard of him to at least. Well, I didn't hear of him till the 2010 onwards. You know what I mean? His name. So, yeah, it was just hidden underneath the carpet, like you say. So yeah, on that one, thank you everyone. Stay safe, stay cool, and see you next week.
He's pulling the plug on us, folks. He's doing it.
Oh no!
Well, I gave you all 10 minutes extra, so because you know how long it normally is, 2 hours.
You can stay till midnight, but I'm going away. I'm gonna clean my ears now on camera.
I'm sorry. I've made a curry, and obviously it's too hot for a curry during the day. You know, it's cooled off a bit. I've got to eat it, so I've not had nothing to eat all day, really.
Yeah, but you can eat it after midnight. You can eat it at 3 in the morning.
You can't eat after midnight. It turns into a gremlin.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I know you like to keep your shows to the same time format. That's good.
Yeah. Plus, I've got work tomorrow, and it's a Tuesday. A lot of people have got work, so yeah. People are saying, "Are you going live?"
Am I going live? Well, I am being fairly strict in trying not to do too much of it because I'm cracking on with doing the court case stuff, and I've literally just got the last statements for case 2 sorted. So, yeah, basically, yeah, what was it? Awkward moment. He has to call his mum. Yeah, there you go. That's what it is. Yeah.
Where's that one gone? I've not seen that. Awkward moment. Who's saying that?
247 Hinky.
Oh, there. Awkward moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just say follow your mum though. But yeah, never mind. It's a bit of a joke that now, I think, isn't it? Because when we first started doing my live streams, and people who didn't know, my mum kept on forgetting I was doing a live stream on Tuesday. And he kept on phoning me. Yeah, so that's where it comes from, the joke now.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, what's this, Matt? If you start a live, we can all jump over. I know you can. I'm fully aware of that. I know you all can. You could all jump over, and it would be amazing. But oh god, it would be on until like 3 a.m. The thing is, I want to try and I'm trying to be fairly strict in getting up. Oh, I have something mad going on tomorrow, right? I am getting to test drive 2 Teslas tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
I can't afford them. I'm never going to be able to afford to buy one, but I'm going to have 2 test drives of Teslas because I've always wanted to know what are they like, because they're quite mad handling performance and they got a bit of go in them. So I've got a test drive and I'm going to be able to drive around and put my foot down, and I'm going to put it in automatic and take my hands off the wheel, and I'm going to film it. And I'm going to be like driving down the road like this. What the? I'm going to shit myself probably, but it's going to be like,
film it, but don't film it on your mobile phone because that's still illegal.
GoPro on my head, mate.
Film it on cameras. You can have 2 hands full of cameras as long as it's not a mobile phone.
Yeah, that's right. It's going to be a GoPro on my head and maybe a 360 cam in the car.
Sounds good, that though.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what they are like. You know, I just want to know what they feel like, because everyone's driving around in them, and it's the future, isn't it? You know, and it's like silence and power, more power than anything else on the road. Like, you know, so it's like, yeah, I want to see what that's like.
Yeah. Right. 1, 2, 3. Good night, everybody. See you later. Bye bye.